It is the 9th of February, just a couple of days to Valentine's Day. That's how we do all countdowns as ladies in Feb, so now you know. My name is Amina Abdi. Welcome to TTTT. Super excited to be hanging out with you right about now. That means the weekend is here. Every time you see me, I am the indication that the weekend has just begun. Of course, the hashtag is TTTT. Let's find out what we're going to be talking about tonight, starting off with this very interesting story. This man beat thousands of women in a beauty contest in his whole country. Just what does that say about the other women? I don't know. It's so confusing. Guys, we may have just discovered the Chris Brown and Cat Williams of Kenya. As far as drum is concerned, Otile Timitidat, they are. But just what was the fight about? And then we have Kanyari, who is showing you hizo mbegu ambazo mlikuwa mnapanda, ndo hizo sasa, zishamea, ndo hizo basi. We have NRM's general, in quotes, Miguna, has been the center of controversy this past week. The government deported him, but how urgent was the process that he flew in Canada in slippers? How are ya? Monse in slippers. Anyway, time for us to meet our panelists. We have the ever amazing Cindy Ogana, and then we have Jugush. Hey, Jugush.
Hello, how you doing?
And then we have Butita Babi, Buddha Dro, Emmanuel.
Yo.
Welcome to the show, guys.
Hi.
How was your week? How were your weeks?
Long. Oh my gosh. It feels like this is our first show of the year, you know?
It does.
We were not on air last week, so. But here we are.
Here we are. Everyone kept asking me, so mnafanya show leo? Okay, so I'm like, yes.
We live stream.
So here we are. Yes. We're doing the show, guys. We're doing the show. Emmanuel, how are you?
I'm good. First time here, man.
Yeah. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Yeah, you're looking good, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, I love the choker.
Yes, it's a true. Njogushu ulikuwa unafikiria inaitwa?
Huyu amesema niliona nikachoka. Sasa kila wiki umuuliza how our week was. Mine was very strong. Because you're saying it's weak.
Just
strong. Okay.
Way too early.
Okay. So just
give it 5 minutes.
Yeah, like let's start the show. Let's just, sort of like get in there. But anyway, listen. Ask my shoe, uliza kiatu, nagadheri dum. To say Miguna has had a long week like Cindy is an understatement to say the least. From allegedly being bombed out of his house to incommunicado detention to being forced to travel overseas in a pair of slippers, perhaps the photo that captured his tribulations better was a sneaky photo from a fellow KLM passenger. That very picture. He was photographed aboard the plane wearing slippers. So sasa alisema miguu zake zimefura, they're swollen, and had to change to something comfortable. It is a long flight though. Now, according to many, the deportation was both humiliating and degrading. He was allegedly unceremoniously whisked away from the courts in Kajiado, bungled into a waiting plane by the airport on the runway of JKIA. And then Evo 2, boom, and he went. Now, in a widely shared interview with a BBC journalist in Amsterdam, while en route to Canada, Miguna, in his own admission, revealed that he was treated like a beast. Cindy, was he?
Oh my gosh. You know, the whole week I've been thinking, what am I going to say about Miguna? Because it's a very heavy topic. So let me just speak my mind. I mean, it's TTTT, right?
Yes, it is.
First of all, what people need to understand, the reason why his feet were swollen and he wore slippers is because he was forced to stand for 24 hours. And in the 5 days when he was incarcerated, he only ate a meal twice. This is torture beyond. This is a degradation of our constitution. You know, in 2010 when we promulgated 26th August, I'll never forget because my son was born a couple of days after, we were like, finally, this is a new phase for Kenya. You know, our rights will be upheld. Haki iwe ngao. But right now, if somebody's civil rights are, bundled in a plane all the way to Canada, the most, the coldest country this moment. Na pata pata. Kwanza za pink. Let me tell you, me and
That
you,
is
we don't
true.
have rights. Watch out to kauke. We just smile, we pay our taxes, and we do TTTT.
But I mean, he vied for governor.
Yes, he did.
So,
but,
he
and that's the
passed. He
thing.
is Kenyan, yeah.
Although our elections are really not a good yardstick,
Yeah.
because very many people vied who really, if we follow chapter 6 of the constitution, they really shouldn't have vied. But the point is, right now, all of a sudden, from the top, he's being denied, from the immigration, director of immigration, to the inspector general. Everyone is like, Miguu who? Miguu niponye.
Why gosh. Emmanuel, what are your thoughts about this?
I don't know. I think Miguna alikipati-pati, but honestly, if you think about it critically, you're not deported to Canada, man. I think it's a first. You're sent to Canada. You're deported to Africa. So I think it would be a first. I think that's
You're
a
deported
first.
to Kazakhstan.
Being deported to the first world. Honestly, man, it's
Yeah.
like being deported, being sent by your landlord from Kite, where I live, to Runda. As in, deport me anytime.
To Runda.
It's a first.
I'm
man.
gonna
I
take
think
it.
I
Yeah.
congratulate Miguna.
Yeah.
The
But-
first African deported to the first world.
Yes,
Yeah, that's a
it's
plus.
true.
Yeah.
It's true. Now, Njugu, sijui kwa ulionayo
Yes.
story, but what's the people
Let's not confuse issues here. Miguna was not deported, he was exported. Now,
Like
there's
rice.
two things. It's so sad. The government maybe thought, imambo ya slippers, maybe they thought he belongs to a slipper cell, which is not the case. I want to challenge the government, na nitasema hapa. When unafanyia mtu hivyo, make sure that it is going to be for a good reason.
Yes.
Because ni kama uchope nyumba, ukitaka kuua paka, haina haja uchome nyumba, ndio huwa zichomeke, panya wakufe, ndio paka wasipate kitu ya kula wakufe.
Exactly.
There are some people who deserve to be deported more than him. Kuna watu wameiba pesa, mabilioni inaenda. But ndio hao wameigizwa kwa ofisi, wakafanywa ABCD, wanachaguliwa chairman of commissions. They should be deported. So I think
Hapo
it is
umenena.
about priorities. I wish they were very fast in acting. Wanafuga mpaka kila kitu, mtu anapeleka kutoka hapa in corruption cases. I rest
Yeah.
my
Thank
case.
you.
Nimekasirika sana.
Endo ile
Yes,
part. Endo ile part mtu uliza Njugushu unakunywa nini? Tatu baridi juu ya bili yangu. Weka kwa bili
Hapo
yangu.
kwa kona.
Hapo
Tupatane after.
huyo mse. Because also something else, Cindy and Emmanuel,
Yeah.
guys, is that it's not a political discussion anymore. It's just
No,
a
it's
human
not.
rights discussion now.
It's about our civil
if it
rights.
happens
Let
to
me
you
tell-
who doesn't have connections, who's not famous, who's not popular, who's not known, then what? So,
And it really breaks my heart, Amina, that people are busy celebrating and saying he asked for it because he said, come baby, come. Come baby, come does not mean that you deny my basic right to be a Kenyan. You starve me, you torture me mentally and physically, and then you take me out of the country and revoke any sign that I am a citizen. Now, if that can happen to somebody who's high and mighty, Sembuse Sisi, crossing the road.
Sembuse.
But
Sembuse.
I think
Sambusa.
I think the weird thing is that there's somebody somewhere wearing Miguna's shoes. Like that's weird. It's just weird to think about it. Kuna mtu anavaa viatu za Miguna.
Wow.
But there's a fetish for Miguna's shoes. There's a time he lost his shoe somewhere when he was promoting his book. Now he had slippers.
Yes, that's true.
No, but you see, Emmanuel, the question I was trying to ask all of you is if you put yourselves in Miguna's shoes,
Yes.
Which is a
so
pun.
sasa. No, because because this is something that guys, it's been trending the entire week, and also because young people, I feel like we talked about this with Sin, we talk about it a lot. They don't see the connection. They're just like, simefanyika ni kitu ya politics.
Yes, let's move on.
Yeah, so is it kupoa
But they
tu?
don't know that right now, even a court order is not being followed. So it's giving the impression that you have no rights as a citizen. If you are being, I've forgotten the English word. The word that's come in my head right now ni kunyanyaswa. Kama unanyanyaswa na wewe ni mnyonge, you have no rights. All you have to do is lay low like an envelope. If there was anybody who was, fighting for rights for land, fighting for rights even in employment, they'll go like, if Miguna was treated like that, what makes me think that I'm going to get my rights? I mean, what is the constitution for? See, we just bury it and we just declare a kingdom. The Kingdom of Kenya.
The Kingdom of Kenya. All right, so now listen, guys, I have more bad news. All of the joy of traveling to and from Mombasa, all of those pictures mulikuwa mnatuwa nayo Instagram tulali kutumia SGR kuanzia sisi ilikuwa so saba. So now it's soon going to be a thing of the past. Now this follows an announcement of the government's intention to raise the fares. Now Kenyans on Twitter were not too happy about this. So Kenya Railways have said that they're about to make Madaraka Express more sustainable. This, however, is pending approval of the Transport Cabinet Secretary. Now it's 700 for now. That was supposed to be an introductory offer. So your story at Christmas say Meisha, and it might even you know, almost double to almost 1,200 bob. So sasa Njugush, since wewe unatumianga tu SGR buochi.
If you compare the kind of money that is put compared to the public debt and the one that we expect from the SGR, there is a big difference. Now, if we look at the numbers in nitty-gritty, we say that 2% of the GDP means that SGR has to produce around 150 billion every year so that we get our investment back. We don't see that at any point because that means that we have around 3 million containers being transported by SGR every year. The port of Mombasa doesn't handle that kind of cargo.
All right, so they need to make a hell of a lot of money every year. In fact, if we cut 10,000.
Jesus is Lord.
If we're going to make the money back, they have to pay their staff. They, you know, like, there's a lot. They have to pay back the debt. There's a lot.
You know what I thought? I thought, bora wasikuse unga, you know, because SGR, man. Bora wasikuse unga, as in that's just the thought that came to my mind.
The interesting thing is, this SGR thing reminds me, it brings to mind the ban on night travel a couple of months ago, a couple of weeks ago, right? Yeah. You ban night travel at the beginning of the year and when kids are going back to school. There's a crisis, but it's a knee-jerk reaction. You're like, no, we want to ban because of all the accidents happening at Salga. So we'll ban. We don't care about the children. We don't care about what's going on. Let's just ban it. Knee-jerk reaction. Right now, there are buses traveling at night. Low peak season, but you can board a bus and go where you're going. What happened to the knee-jerk reaction? Back to SGR. Now, it costs the same by bus to travel from Nairobi to Mombasa compared to SGR from Nairobi to Miritini. So for somebody who is a little pinched for money, because my thought was SGR was meant to be forward to a machinani, to open up, not the middle class who can afford VIP for 3K. You know, that person who I can afford 700 to Miritini and enjoy a little bit of my taxes. Yeah. Now you're increasing it to 1,200. So tapanda tu basi. Number two, VIP is 5 Gs. 5,000. Okay. And a plane ticket off peak is 3,870. So where are we going to get this money from? No one is going to go to SGR.
But see, let's be realistic. We have to be realistic. They spent a lot of money.
But you get cost relaxed.
But I think the problem is from the onset we should have understood SGR, the gauge iko katikati SGR stood for what some of these guys used. Anyway, because when you look at hiyo bei kienda 1,200, remember ukifika Miritini kuna cab hapo, na before ufike SGR kuna cab ulichukua ama matatu. Hii pesa ukiweka pamoja, it's easier to even take the plane for 50 minutes vis-a-vis the 4 hours you get. Actually, maybe the guys who wamesaidika sana ni watu wa mizigo, the cargo guys, of which pia wanaenda kupandishiwa. So it was not a well thought. That's why iliharakishwa for us to look good. Tunaenda kwa mwaka wa kupigiwa kura. For us to look good, wacha watu wapande SGR na 700. And then there's something else that was really frustrating. I have the CS ama PS of responsible for that.
Transport.
It was cheap, of transport. It was so cheap, hata watu wenyewe walikuwa wanatuambia mnafaa muongeze bei. Shame on you, hata inafaa ikuwe bure. There are countries out there hata kusoma ni bure. Hapa yuarake ukipata matomo mzuri, ukisoma upite, yuarake ukipata kazi kama hujui mtu. Nimekasirika leo.
Now, Kuana,
Miguu,
calm
I
down.
have a tattoo.
Let's just
on
calm
my
down.
heel.
Just a no, but did you? I feel like you guys didn't listen to that clip. Do we have to go to the break now? I want us to play the clip again. I want you guys to hear
Yes.
what he said. It does not make financial sense.
Yes, it doesn't.
Okay. Sawa.
It
Hiyo
doesn't.
gauge
And we're
ya
just
katikati
Ndio
not
nataka
carrying
msikie
that.
tena.
All right,
Njugush
let's-
najua
let's-
umekasirika
let's
sana.
listen again.
Just watch this. Just one more time.
Watume
If
Victoria
you compare
wabadilisha
the
tu.
kind of money that is put compared to the public debt and the one that we expect from the SGR, there is a big difference. Now, if we look at the numbers in nitty-gritty, we say that 2% of the GDP means that SGR has to produce around 150 billion every year so that we get our investment back. We don't see that at any point because that means that we have around 3 million containers being transported by SGR every year. The port of Mombasa doesn't handle that kind of cargo.
So sasa umesikia Njugush.
Hii ni
Si ati ni
a very
makosa
big
yao.
effort.
Walikuwa
Amina.
tu wanataka muone services, sasa mmeona.
I
So sasa
think-
tusaidiane.
I
I mean,
think ile school bus
Yeah.
ya shule ulikuwa unalipia lakini hautawahi panda.
That's true. Oh my gosh.
It's so true.
I feel like we should just take a break right there.
I
And
live
also-
along Mombasa Road and hundreds of people use the SGR. I think it's like paying, as in it's convenience, paying for convenience, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to be back. The hashtag is TTTT. All right, and welcome back. You are watching TTTT. I'm just checking some of your tweets coming in right now. So there's Winnie Mukami who says, what's happening to Miguna is not right. He is a family man. Imagine his kids. We have, let me see, we have Sio Kimau's finest who says, who else has noticed Emmanuel's better than Sleepy? Sleepy. Even though was starting a beef. So say Emmanuel, you'll do a song and then he'll also do a song. Benjin Dolo, hello. Thank you so much for watching. You say, but Njugush is funny. The gauge was being used during SGR. No wonder. Cindy Timam. I see Mr. Ogega who says, I miss you guys so much. Njugush is reasoning like our General Miguna. We have Peter Mbogo who says, wase manzi Amina amevaa ring holder kwa shingo. Si ring holder. Ni choka.
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 Watu wamechoka.
Watu wamechoka na choka. Yeah.
It's artistic.
It's a choker, okay? It's fashion. It's fashionable, fashionable. Now, many thought it was a Butita takeover, but no. We were shut down, people. There has been, you know, a love-hate relationship between the government and the media for a very long time, but it's never been this bad. Now, you've seen the jokes at wewe ndio uko na remote lakini serikali inazima TV, sijui nini. Now, is that a joke or is it serious? Emmanuel.
I think media shutdown, man. You know, like the media shutdown in Kenya, it was an opportunity for the first time to talk to my dad at 9. You know, never ever talk to him during the news time. Man. You know, it was a fast. It's like detox. We should be having it like once a year. Seeing
Wait,
Larimado every week. I mean, it can affect you.
No.
It can affect you for a year.
No.
Wengine watu karibu tufungiwe nyumba.
Pana. Detox. It's called fasting.
I don't.
It
Naweza
was
go.
a...
Okay, you're just gonna just talk at the.
I think my
You
point,
didn't-
yeah,
you
you
didn't
guys
go
agree.
anywhere.
You
well,
agree.
well, you know when you hug and then you got to the same side and you almost
Yes.
kiss. That's what you guys keep doing. I mean, that.
Okay, you moderate. Tell us who to speak. 'cause
Aya, sawa. So Njugush, speak.
Aya,
Cindy.
sasa. Sorry Cindy. Now, I think as I said,
Yeah.
if you want to kill a cat, go and kill the cat.
Yes.
Usichome nyumba, nguo zichomeke, panya isipate kitu ya kula, ndio paka ikufe njaa. No. Wenye walikuwa na shida sio media. Media hakushikisha mtu Bible. If you are powerful enough, go straight ahead. If it were me, seriously speaking, hii kitu ilikuwa inafanywa pale Uhuru Park, ninge assume it would be more powerful if you assume that, because after that hakuna mahali bali wanaweza enda. Vis-a-vis unakosesha watu amani. Do you know how many money have been lost that time the
How
stations
much
zimekuwa vimefungwa?
How,
Yeah,
well,
from there,
Emmanuel, how many money is ni sawa? Anyway, how
but-
many
exactly.
money?
Ni monies. It's called monies.
How much
Ama
money? But
kizu-
How
okay.
many money? All right.
It is how
Manuel.
many monies? Mpaka kizungu
Let him
ilifungwa.
go. Let him finish.
Kizungu ilifungwa. Achana na mimi.
Watch
The
out,
last I
prosper.
checked, in this country, you don't have to be really thumbed to be a governor. Anyway,
That
that's not
is
where
true.
I was going.
It is
What I'm saying is, there are
That
so
was
many
funny.
wrong things with us. but
Very
we appear
many.
to be taking care of zile sio priority.
Exactly.
I wish tungekuwa tunafungwa hivi when you cover mtu corrupt. And again there is the issue of independence. Are we really independent at the end of the day?
Yes.
Ama tunaangalia where, like for example I was looking the other day the vernacular stations.
Yes.
There is mwelekeo fulani wanachukua kulingana sisi ni nani. Our audience watatukubali tukienda na huyu. They are not independent. So at the end of the day we are looking independence will never kitu ni tuachwe sisi wanaturudisha nyuma as the media.
Yeah.
Na
And I
wengine
like
wetu
that-
tunafugiwa
Hey, manze.
manyumba. Niko hapa kutetea Butita hayuko hapa sababu amefugiwa nyumba. Maji hajalipa haezi oga akuje show, so please.
Anakuanga ameoga.
Anakuwa ameoga asipooga.
Oh God.
Wacha nisiendelee.
It was
Yeah.
a dark time.
It was-
was
oh,
literally a dark
literally.
time
Oh,
for
you
our
don't-
country for the
Where's
whole
Butita
week.
time?
And you know what really pissed me off is that guys were blaming the media, and yet it's the same media that exposes corruption. It's the same media that reveals the truth. It's a it's a spokespiece for society. There are people who, you know, their eyes are opened to, as Njugush has said, the rot in this society, the level of corruption. That one is fine. But this one particular incident, you know, there's a total blackout, and it makes you think, you know, if you're going to fight fair, you know, we're going for a fight. You're big and I'm big, we're all the same size, and you have your boxing glove. There's this cheeky thing that some boxers do when they put a rock in the boxing glove. So when they sucker punch you, you actually KO because they have a rock. It's not a fair fight.
Yeah.
And also I think
Let
there's a question
people see, let them make
Yeah.
their own judgment.
Yeah.
But you don't just give a blackout and then you air somebody's funeral for 2-3 hours. You know, force us to be part of a funeral service because that is national interest. But if it's national interest but it doesn't serve you, total blackout,
Yeah.
TKO. It's not
It's a
fair. It wasn't.
power.
It wasn't a good fight. It
Power.
wasn't a good
You know,
show.
I think the action was
Karen-
wrong. I think the
Karen
action was
was
wrong, but the principle was correct. You know.
What was? Will you tell us now,
You know,
Emmanuel?
the principle of
Yes.
having time for yourself, you know, having
Ah.
time talking.
What?
You
Are
know,
you-
you remember those things we used to do in the past? We used to, you know.
Wait. No. Hey.
Do you guys remember?
Hapo
You
umenoa.
know, writing letters. You know, let's go back to the
unajua
roots.
utajizimia. It's a right. Actually, the access to information is a right.
By the way, you know what I
Exactly.
noticed? I noticed that people complain a lot about Kenyan TV, the content that's on Kenyan television, right? But then
yeah.
those few days, guys are
Guys
like,
really
oh,
complain.
why? Oh my God, no, Kevin. But then, you know, but here we are though. I see that somebody who said, Manze, I had missed you guys. I feel like I'm quenching this dream, thirst. It felt like a whole year. It did, eh? It did.
It did. Happy
It did.
New Year, Amina.
Happy New Year, guys. Happy New Year.
Happy
Now,
missing day, guys.
Na feel nika opening.
Ni opening.
maze.
Karibuni,
Yeah.
karibuni. Now listen, this next story was very surprising to me because I mean it's no secret that I know Sauti Sol. So now Kenya's award-winning boy band Sauti Sol have refuted claims that they have anything to do with a non-compensation model casting call made earlier in the week. All right. So there's an email that had made rounds on social media claiming that they promised to pay models for their upcoming shoot. Watawalipa na exposure, na food, not transport. The stars completely refuted that and said no. And that was their response on social media, saying that they've been made aware of the email, asking models to appear in a Sauti Soul dance video production for no compensation. And the production email address it was sent from is often used by a third-party contractor. And in this case, they clearly got it all wrong. And they fired them and they've moved on to just be like, baby, no, that's not, we don't do that. So I know you guys have been seeing the hashtag PayModelsKE trending on social media. We're later going to have them on the trend at 10 p.m. But, you know, Jagush, si pia wewe nakumbuka ulilipwa na chakula mara nyingi sana.
Yeah, I used to be a model, a role model. Now, I think there are two ways to look at it. Actually, one way is split into two.
Yeah.
I'd like to ask, we have internship where guys are not paid, right?
Yeah.
Some of them actually you have to pay for card ya kupass ndio pata hiyo internship, and yet people pay. Why? Because there's something you're getting from that. I'm not for don't pay for, I'm for do you know your value?
Yes.
Because some of us will appear to platforms bila kuuliza pesa because you know what it means. Like for example, I give you a good example. I'd go to where a conglomerate of hotels are meeting and MC maybe for half the price. I always MC because why?
There's
you know
so many.
hapo utapata watu, right?
Utapata ka deal kata come through.
But kuna place ingine utaitiwa hata pesa fulani ukatae kwenda
But
because
so
there is value for you.
Nimeelewa.
A question I want to ask nikimaliza.
Yeah.
We knew Vera Sidika from the You Guy video, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kama kwa hiyo video alilipwa na chakula, sahi anaweza lalamika?
Sawa.
At the end of the day, ni kupima.
That's a good point.
At the end of the day, it's about you.
But you see,
Kuna
Jugush, my
Yes.
thing is, if there is budget that has been allocated for
Yes.
this model, for this person who's supposed to be
Yes.
on set doing this, kwa nini mnamnyima haki yake?
That's now
Real too.
should be now our guys in the agency to help us. I love the agency so much, but at times haujui ni nini iko hapa because between the client and the agents kuna hii wameagree. Wakikuja kwako wanaambia models tunawalipa na chakula. The client, in this case the Sauti Sol, maybe we'll never know. Probably if this thing come they will never know. So it's a process. Ne gik makamagago etina gate yo.
Aya, so
But you know what,
subtitles,
guys?
Sasa, thanks.
You know,
Subtitles.
guys, when I'm not trying to be insensitive, but sometimes when you meet a model, honestly, the first thing you think of is, see, I buy for this person food. I mean, it's a knee-jerk reaction, man.
Manuel.
So,
You thought it was
You're
a
like-
feed the people
so
fun.
sometimes,
But
okay, I'm just
Fun.
saying.
Fun.
So it's a favor.
But also, as we continue,
Yeah.
who is a model? There are some ladies online, yao ni kupiga picha, wako na mabeshte photographer, wanaenda anapiga picha, wanaanika kumtandao. Those will appear in any video for free. Hao ni models.
But you see,
We
they're
have some
trying.
serious models who do that for a living. So if you could get 10 of these wa Instagram, sire queens wa kutoa ulimi nje,
Na
if you
kufunga
could get
macho
10 of
hivi.
these,
Yes.
there's no need of going to the supermodels for a certain fee. I think hapo ndio shida inaingilia.
Yeah.
Let me say
Because who is
something.
really a model?
Let me say something, Amina.
Yes.
Because I know we're pressed for time. I've been an actress, an MC, even an event organizer, and there are some I agree with Jugush that I have done for free. But what I appreciate with the organizers is they tell me hands off. They're like, it's a charity event. We don't have a budget. We are fundraising for a cause. Could you do it for free? That's fine. These guys gave a disclaimer. Whether the story later on turned out when we found out that it was a con scheme. You know, there was an agency that probably had a budget na walikuwa na ikalia. So that's the bad side of it. However, let's look at the principle of Jugusha Mesema. They gave a disclaimer. There are so many people who want to do it for free because it's Sauti Sol. They see BM, they're like, ah, damn, I will do it for free without food. So if they gave a disclaimer and there are those who have no problem, then there's no problem. The hashtag, which I agree with, is pay models if there's a budget.
Yes. That's all we're
If
saying.
there's a budget, you pay them. Do not nyanyasa them because you're taking advantage of the fact that they are female or male. They want exposure. Please, rent is not paid by exposure, or they are young and foolish. If there's a budget, pay them. But if there isn't, honest to God, you know,
then it's
them.
wrong.
just explain it to
very
them
wrong.
and then they'll
It's
understand.
very
And
wrong.
then
You
I'll go back.
agency, you,
If
we
they
are
come
seeing
knowing
you.
that
Shame on you.
And then I'll go back, kidogo to take you back.
Yeah.
I'll take this back to the models and the actors. It's time to take yourself serious. And that's why nasema, who is really a model? Mtu kama anakaa vizuri, anaweza kuitwa model. Because hao ndio wanaharibu. They can do for free. So, hata kule juu wakichora budget, hakuna budget ya model. Why? Because they don't...
Because wanajua watapata watu wa
wanaharibiana.
bure.
So, what happens is, kama kuna budget ya makeup artist, kuna budget ya chakula,
Photographer.
for sure, kutakuwa na
kitu.
budget ya model.
For sure. And on that
Nimekasirika.
note,
Then
very
I think-
angry Jugush. Let's take a short commercial break. We're going to be right back with more right here on. Oh my God, the hashtag is TTTT. Two things that you're talking about. My apparent dog tag and Jugush making a hell of a lot of points. So naona Kelvin anasema hiyo dog tag yangu ina reminder of the bull, of his bull, and he had to go see it kwa boma. Lakini ni sawa. It's alright, it's alright. Brian says Leon Jugush anabonga sense sana. Amebeba akili ya watu wa 10 manze. We have someone saying, Manzun Jugusha, I love how you're articulating those serious issues. Thank you. People in Kenya need serious change. Cindy. Alafu nasema ati nimefix Njugusha hapo karibu na mimi kwa sababu ati tuko purple one side. What?
Purple one side.
That's
Me and
not
Emmanuel,
true.
dark skin one side.
Not true.
We are good people.
We are good people. Oh, there we go. I actually didn't notice. I didn't notice. I didn't. Go tell your story. Gota.
Okay.
No, there's a hand.
Hapa ni wapi?
Yeah.
Hivi sasa. Hivyo. Yuko kwingine.
Yo, kapo.
Even, you know what? It's fine. It's not that serious. Not that serious. Anyway, so Tony says, finally I've seen Jugusha Kiwa serious. The world is coming to an end. An end. Seti, the only thing missing on Amina Kenya's neck thingy is a rope.
Amina, don't fall for it. The last time someone said, come baby, come, they were deported.
So if I come, baby, come.
Don't fall for it if someone tags you with your choker.
I see Rogers here saying, hiyo pesa wali invest kwa SGR, it's meant to be gained back after some time. I think the management of SGR are so greedy and it's going to cost them. Si heri upande tu ndege basi kuliko kupanda SGR VIP. Rogers says after SGR prices have hiked, Bea anasema tuende SGR ndio uso. Hawezi. Trojan, interesting name. Anyway, Jugusha kikalekitia Butita anatoa more points ni aje. Moses says, great to have you guys back on air. You are greatly missed. And then Beatmaker tukifungiwa nyumba sisi atusemangi. I don't know if you guys saw this. This was like the thing that everyone kept saying about, you know, media shutdown KE. Tukifungiwa nyumba sisi atusemangi. Hata wasikie venye sisi usikianga. Okay. Alright, I don't know. But ile kitu yenye nataka kusikia mkizungumzia is a Kazakhstan man who decided, you know what, mimi naweza ingia competition na ninaweza shinda madem. So now, in Kazakhstan, they held a beauty contest. But towards the end, one of the finalists revealed that he is actually a man. Arina Aliyeva. Oh, that's so funny. That's the name. Arina Aliyeva. Aliyeva. One of the finalists of the 2018 Miss Virtual Kazakhstan Beauty Contest shocked the nation and the world after announcing that he was actually a 22-year-old man who had signed up for the national contest to prove an important point. So it started, it was an argument. Alikuwa unaongea tu na mabeshe zako unaambia by the mimi kama ningeza kufanya. So we always argue and we always have such strong points. So he was talking about female beauty and was arguing that in old days, you know, women valued qualities like individuality, charisma, and today, thanks to makeup, Photoshop, even a man could pass as a beautiful woman. So his friends refused. They're like, unatuvako. Then he decided, let me prove my point. Signed up for the beauty contest. And to the surprise of his boys, he made it to the finals and was credited with a real chance of winning the whole thing. Sasi alikuwa proof point yake. Then he decided to release a video revealing that he's a guy. And then, you know, last year there was a Russian man named Andriy Nagorny who made international headlines for winning a women's lingerie modeling contest. Caitlyn Jenner won Woman of the Year in 2016. Yes. So
what nonsense is that?
How is this possible, Emmanuel? Wotokitengela? Can this happen? This is crazy.
I don't know. I don't know if I should feel hurt that if I dress up like a woman, I won't look like a woman. As in, what does that mean? Jugush. I think that's the area. Is it bad that if I dress up as a woman, I won't, like I can't, like me, I know myself, as a lawyer man, I cannot win that contest. My jaws, they're too stiff.
No,
this one I pass it over to Jugush.
That's contouring.
Emmanuel, you can't. Now, do you remember last year, there was a competition for Miss Western? Watu wakazisha, wakasema, oh my dear, by the way.
Miss Western.
Wanakani wanafanya kazi kwa kware.
That was cool.
Imagine if you say.
That's another belt. But even Kazakhstan, you know, it sounds Western. Yeah, Avandovosi. There's an opportunity, Western people.
Hiyo kitu ilianza Kakamega. Kakamega High, Kakamega Boys. The African government school.
Yeah. Yes.
Whenever we went to drama festivals,
yes.
Kakamega Boys walikuwa wanashinda the best female dancers.
Kuna kitu
for real.
Walikuwa wanashinda the dancing. Oh no.
Ilianza hapo.
School Kamusinga.
How did we go to Kakamega anyway, man?
Akina Rubinu.
Kakamega Boys Friends School Kamusinga.
That's true.
Exactly. walikuwa wanashinda
Which one was the
because
other one?
they were dancing kama ladies, so ilianza huku, we own it, but now niko na shida na mwanaume anaenda kinyang'anyiro cha wanawake. They are the men, they wipe their seats na tissue before they sit. Mwanaume ni kukalia vumbi.
Yeah.
They are the same guys wanabeba wet wipes.
Yeah.
Mwanaume ni kuparara. Yeah,
Anyway.
so
Ama lip balm.
exactly.
But you know,
Ama
there's
wale
some men who are
matali
beautiful.
Eh,
There's some men who are very
Wakifungua kan
beautiful.
lazima
Is that,
wapanguze.
is that a good thing? Is
Anyway,
that a good
so
thing,
sasa,
being a
let's-
beautiful man?
Let's calm down, Miguna. Nasikia hivyo ndo naitwa Twitter, by the way. Imekuwa ni Miguna. Now, listen, if you've been wondering what happened to the 310 shillings you guys used to send to Kanyari, well, some of you anyway, this week, to account for mbegu ambayo mlitoa, he posed with part of the money on social media, and the photo elicited subtle anger and humor in equal measure. Kanyari was accused in some comments of stealing from his followers to enrich himself while they lived in poverty. Any thoughts? That's the picture.
I'd like to hear what Miguna has to say because he usually
Can I go
has
first?
very interesting
Miguna,
points of view when
get
it
it
comes
right.
to
What I say is,
Miguna.
I don't, Juguna, I don't think nakuranga from deport. I don't think that actually hata tunafaa kuotompatia hii airtime. Because
tuache
it's very
story.
wrong, man. Wanaibia religion in the name of religion. Ule Yesu hawa watu wanahubiri, especially Kanyare. Hakuwahi, alitembea na punda. Angetaka saa hiyo hata angejitengenezea Bugatti. Ito ni Yesu. He has the powers. But he rode on an donkey.
On a donkey.
Yeah, exactly.
Donkey.
So sioni mali hii jiri inaingilia. After when it come to posing, I should not even be talking about him.
It's
I
no,
better
let's
talk
let's
about
just not
Machungwa.
talk about it. Actually, no, let's not talk about it.
Watu,
But it's
no,
not-
there are guys who are going to his church and still sending money and following his TV show, and then when things don't happen, they blame God.
Yeah.
It's
It's
true.
good for them to see the true colors of their pastor so that they can make an informed decision. Hakuna story ya blackout. Story ya blackout ilikuwa last week in Jugush.
Yeah, then Cindy,
Njuguna, Cindy, get with the program.
Cindy, you know, and then it's not shocking, man. You know, a banana tree can't change into an apple tree. So it's typical Kanyari behavior, in my opinion.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah, I think it's very, very unfortunate. And also, there's someone who pointed out something. There's a time tulikuwa tumeisha Dandora, alafu akaniambia, "Hebu look around," and we saw so many churches. And when you go to a suburb, you don't see as many churches. It's because you're looking for hope, and you know you just want to have faith in something that things are going to work out. So it's so sad that someone's going to take advantage of someone who's hopeless.
Sure.
Anyway, thank you so. Njuguna.
Nataka
Guys,
kusema,
leo umetoa points. I'm like,
Kauka
who are
ya
you?
yote.
I don't know
Tuibe,
you. Who
Unajua
are you
tutaiba
right now?
tutanyanyasana,
Eish,
tutaripotiana, lakini sisi wote
Yeah.
futi sita. Hapo hauwezi jitoa
Ni ukweli.
hiyo pesa, hauwezi. We want to
Nasema
see you
amen.
posting those pictures. Hallelujah.
Sawa.
Amen.
Njuguna.
Sasa ni wakati wa kutoa.
Uja drop mic. Hapo ndo watu drop
Pretend
mic.
yangu na
Nikidrop media
mic.
shutdown.
Thank you so much for watching. Shout out to Emmanuel. Thank you so much, Cindy. As per you, okay, are we? Is that? Thank you for watching. Make sure that you're with us as well at 10 o'clock for the trend with me, Amina, and we're gonna still read your tweets. So thank you for watching.